What is up, ladies and gents? The Australian Charizard here, bringing you another Pokemon TCGO gameplay. This deck is going to be one of my favorite decks, which is a Blastoise Black Kyurem EX deck. This deck is really successful. It's been around for a little bit, quite some time now, and it's had a lot of success in World Championships. It's also had a lot of success in National Championships, basically just any championships or professional play in general. This deck is pretty successful, and you will see quite a lot of people running this deck if you do attend the professional tournaments, which, you know, it's pretty strong, this deck, but its really big downfall is when you come up against something that cancels out the abilities, such as Garbodor, because this basically this whole deck just revolves around Blastoise's ability Deluge, which is as often as you like during your turn. Before your attack, you may attach a water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So that is very powerful. It is a fantastic ability, and we will be mainly attaching them to our Black Kyurem EX or our Keldeo EX here. Okay, so the way Black Kyurem EX works is it has Black Ballista for 200 damage, and that will discard 3 energy attached to this Pokemon. So you can attach a lightning energy and then basically deluge 3 water energy onto the Black Kyurem EX and have it set up within 1 turn. Then after that, your energy will go to the discard pile, but we have 4 superior energy retrievals, which is a very nice card. Discard 2 cards from your hand, and then put 4 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So that's good synergy there. Black Kyurem will do attacks for 200 damage, which knocks out basically everything except the Mega Evolution line. And then superior energy retrieval will bring them back, and then we can just deluge them back onto the Black Kyurem EX or the Keldeo EX. We have got a regular Black Kyurem in here because in the odd occasion you will come up against a mirror matchup against another Blastoise deck, and the reason why I do have the Black Kyurem in there is because almost all dragon Pokemon, their weakness is also dragons. So you're only really risking 1 prize card, and Flash Freeze will knock out a Black Kyurem EX. So that is a handy card to have in there. We've also got a line of Pikachu and Raichu in here. We've got 2 of those, just in case you come up against a Pyro deck, or possibly even an Yveltal deck. Raichu basically just cleans it up. Circle Circuit here does 20 times the number of your benched Pokemon. So 20 damage times the number of your benched Pokemon, and this deck really revolves around getting a lot of your Pokemon onto the bench. So because Yveltal's weakness is electric, your attacks are going to be doing double damage. Also, Raichu is just a nice stage 1 Pokemon to have in there. So yeah, it's quite helpful. So the Squirtle that I'm running here has the ability Shell Shield, which is pretty important because as long as this Pokemon is on your bench, it prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. So it can't be picked off by Darkrai or just other Pokemon that can deal damage to the bench. So that is very important to remember. You don't want to be giving away free prize cards when you don't have to be. Okay, so we have our Dowsing Machine here, which is our ace spec for the deck. We've got 2 Heavy Balls. So Heavy Ball will allow us to search for our Black Kyurem and also Blastoise. So we've got 2 of those. We've got 2 Level Balls, just so we can search for our Pikachus, and Raichus, and Squirtles, which is cool. We've got 2 Professor's Letter, obviously, so we can bring out some energy. We've got 4 Rare Candies. Okay, so the way this deck works is you want to get Blastoise out as fast as possible. So to help us out, we've got Rare Candies. So you get the Squirtle out. If you have a Blastoise and a Rare Candy in your hand, you can immediately skip the stage 1 evolution and go straight to the stage 2. So that saves a lot of time and is very effective. So we've got 4 rare candies so we can get our Blastoise out as fast as possible, because that is really one of the main keys in this deck. We've got 2 startling megaphones, because Garbodor is a pain to this deck. It is basically Blastoise's demise and biggest fear, because in case you guys don't know, Garbodor's ability, Garbotoxin, if you have a tool attached to the Garbodor, basically Garbodor will prevent all abilities. So the Deluge ability, as well as the Shell Shield ability, also Keldeo's Rush In ability, will all be basically useless. And then this deck practically falls apart after that. So we have got some startling megaphones in there, just to be safe. So in case we do run up against a deck like that, we have a way to counter it and still have a little bit of a chance in here. Okay, we have got our superior energy retrievals. We've got 3 Ultra Balls, so we can search for Pokemon. We have got a Colress. Shuffle your hand into your deck, then draw a number of cards equal to the number of benched Pokemon. Because our deck is going to have a lot of benched Pokemon, Colress will be a very powerful card in here. We've got 4 N. We've got 4 Junipers. And for some reason it's not letting me scroll down here, which is a little bit irritating. But we have 3 Skylar, which will allow us to search our deck for a trainer card, which is very nice to have. We can search for some, we can actually search for a Dowsing Machine, Heavy Balls, Level Balls, Professor's Letters, Superior Energy Retrievals, even rare candies. Basically just, yeah, we've got 3 of those, which will also help accelerate the process of getting rare candy out, which is nice. We have 2 of the electric energies, and then we have, I believe it's 9, I think it's 9 water energy. Yes, I was right. I just wanted to double check so I'm not making you guys a bit confused. I didn't focus on the Kyurem EX here, so I will just quickly run over that. The ability Rush In, once during your turn, before your attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may switch this Pokemon with your active Pokemon. So let's just say someone catches out a Blastoise with a Pokemon Catcher or Lysander. The retreat cost is massive. It's 4. You really do not want to be attaching 4 energies to your Blastoise and then having to give them up and completely waste a turn just because, you know, someone catching out your Blastoise. So we've got Kyurem EX in here. The ability Rush In is like, hell no, Blastoise is not going to be paying that massive retreat cost. I'm going to save the day, I'm going to rush in, and also Secret Sword is a very nice attack. It only costs 3 colorless energy, however, it does 20 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon. So with our 3 water energy attached to that, it'll be doing 110 damage. We can also attach more water energy to that, which is very nice. So that's basically the rough outline of this deck. I don't want to be talking on it for too long because I don't want to bore you guys out, but I do want to get straight into a match, alright? And let's see how we can go with this awesome deck. So let's just try and find a match now. Okay, so we have found a match here, which is cool. I'm just going to flip the coin, see, oh, I don't get to go first. That's a little bit of a bummer, but hey, we'll see what we can do from there. Okay, so my opponent is just going to choose their active Pokemon. Let's hope we can start with something ideal. Something that, you know, will be able to help us really get a good jump start to this deck. Okay, so let's see what my opponent is running. We do have a little bit of an option here. We have got the Squirtle and Blastoise, so I'm not too sure here. All we really need to do is draw a rare candy, so I might actually start with the Black Kyurem. We'll see what we can do. Alright, so we've got our Squirtle on the bench, and my opponent, wow, I don't see too many people actually running a Kyurem EX these days, but hey, you learn something new every day. So, alright, we might as well just attach straight away to the Black Kyurem. I could end here, except I just want to, yeah, I might end. I'll give it a shot. We have got the rare candy Blastoise, so that really did pay off. I'm not too sure if I want to bench the Pikachu right now. I might do that actually, because just in case we get a Raichu, we can evolve that straight away and have that ready. So I'm just going to end the turn there, and hopefully my opponent doesn't use N here, because we can get a turn 2 Black Ballista, which is basically the ideal startup for this deck. It is basically one of the most perfect ways you can set up. So I'm just going to wait here and see what my opponent does. If my opponent does use an N, I'm going to be pretty disappointed, because we won't be able to get our turn 2 Black Ballista. But I'm feeling pretty confident right now. My opponent is going to attach another energy to the Giratina. Alright, I think this is it, ladies and gentlemen. We can do a turn 2 Black Ballista. I'll tell you how. I'm going to rare candy and evolve my Blastoise. What I'm going to do now is use Deluge, and I'm going to attach to the Black Kyurem EX. So I can do that as many times as I want in this turn. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Skylar for the Professor's Letter. I'm going to search my deck for 2 Water Energy, and this is where it gets really cool, guys. I'm going to attach with Deluge, and turn 2 Black Ballista. It was a little bit of an overkill, but hey, what can you do? We've got to discard our 3 energy right there, but that is a turn 2 double prize Whammy. So wow, I'm really excited right now, guys. We are cleaning this up. My opponent is promoting an EX. I don't think what my opponent knows is that I have a superior energy retrieval. So I'm pretty sure if my opponent doesn't end this turn, we may be able... Oh no, my opponent discarded an energy. Oh well, what can you do? We can still Chorus and hope to get an electric energy. So we'll see what we can do. Alright, right now, I'm not really going to use N, because I'm already down a few prizes. Alright, so... Okay, what I might do here is I might discard the Ultra Ball and N. Alright, I'm gonna take... Oh no, wait, we can, actually. I forgot that you can take 4 energy out. Wow, this is amazing. Alright, so this obviously doesn't happen every time, but when it does happen, you're basically just on a steamroll train and there is no stopping you. Look at me just power through right now. Look at that. That is absolutely insane. We just got another Black Ballista in, taking 4 prizes of 2 turns. That is absolutely insane. We just got a Raichu and a Black Kyurem EX. I'm actually really excited. This match could not have got any more perfect. I had a beautiful first 7-hand draw, and oh man, I just got a turn 2 Black Ballista in. We were able to evolve to that Blastoise, get the Deluge ability, get a superior energy retrieval, attach to the Black Kyurem EX, and bam, we just annihilated everything in our path. Now my opponent here my opponent has hardly any options here. What is she going to do? She's going to promote the Snivy. I can take it out. Oh no, I can't take it out in 1 hit anymore. That's okay. We might as well just use another Black Ballista. Okay, here. Let's bench this. Evolve the Raichu. What I could do here is I could Chorus. I might give a Chorus a shot. Alright. So we have got the Keldeo here. Obviously that wasn't the best draw. We can't really attack this turn. But I didn't really want to go down to no cards in my hand, and my opponent only has 1 anyway, so my opponent doesn't really have much of an option here. So from which pack this Black Kyurem EX drop? I'm pretty sure it's from the Plasma Blast. I could be wrong. I'm not too amazing at this. Alright, so I'm just going to end the turn there. Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'm just going to end the turn there because we can't really do much. Alright, but we have got 2 energy on our Black Kyurem. My opponent here is probably going to use this attack, so let's hope that we do not get an... Oh no, my opponent doesn't have a Grass energy. I completely forgot about that. Now, I could end here, but I don't want to go down to 2 prize cards, and my opponent only has 2 cards in her hand, so Juniper seems like the way to go here. We'll have a little bit more to work with, and I was completely right here. Alright, so I could bench another Squirtle. I might end up doing that. Might level ball here just so we can thin out our deck a bit. I just want to see what I have left. Oh, we've got so much juicy stuff left, guys. We're just, yeah, I'm not even going to take anything from that level ball. Okay, so what I might do here is I might still go along with my black Kyurem EX. I'm going to do that. Alrighty, then I'm going to deluge onto the. I could go into the Raichu, but I really feel like doing it onto the Keldeo EX. Alright, I don't really want to rush in. I just want to do 60 damage with Slash and put a lot of pressure on my opponent. I still cannot believe how amazing that start was. My opponent really just did not have anything to work with. I'll just say no worries. I had a pretty damn good start. Why did it just... that was so dumb. It just... Oh, I don't think you can say dumb. I forgot that this is a little kid's game as well. I had a pretty good start. Alright, cool. So, we have got another level ball here. I might just... I don't really want to Juniper. I might just Skylar here, see if we can go for the Professor's Letter, which we can end up getting. So, now I'm going to Professor's Letter here for 2 Water Energy. Alright, and then the cool thing is I can just deluge this right onto the Keldeo. And now we have a Keldeo that is good to go. So I might just Slash here, taking out the Servine, bringing us down to 1 prize card. Now, this is just showing you guys the absolute power of Blastoise Black Kyurem decks. Now, we just took out 2 Pokemon EX cards in 3 turns, basically, because the first turn we couldn't attack. But in 3 turns, we were down to 2 prize cards, and my opponent really doesn't have much of an option here. I could have actually just... Maybe a better option would have just been to save a Water Energy, my bad, and then just attach it to the Black Kyurem so we could have knocked out the Servine and then did a Black Ballista for 200 damage the next turn. That was a little bit of a bummer. I wasn't thinking, I was just way too excited because of that amazing start, but I just cannot believe that. That was perfect. So that just shows you guys that basically once you get this powered up, and if you don't have anything that can cancel out the Deluge ability, oh, here comes Cammy. She's basically saying, make a move or I'm going to have to kick you out and you will lose the game. So I'm not too sure what my opponent is doing right now. Probably thinking, doesn't really have too much to work with. It was a little bit unfortunate for my opponent. I was drawing really well. And my opponent just ends up conceding. So, guys, that is the Black Kyurem EX and Blastoise deck. That was just absolutely insane. 700 damage. And, let's see, only 36 cards drawn. We took 5 prizes. We would have been able to finish it off the next turn. But our biggest attack was 380 damage on the Garantina, I think it was. And, yeah, we ended up just getting a perfect start. So, I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I hope that now you guys realize how powerful the Blastoise and Black Kyurem EX deck is when everything goes to plan. So, I will have a lot more Pokemon TCG online games for you guys, and I will be opening some more booster packs and booster boxes very soon. This channel is going to be basically dedicated to the Pokemon TCG in general, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and expect big things from me in the future. I'm the Australian Charizard, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.